The Septum of the Heart by KayScience.com. This here is the septum. The septum is a muscle wall that separates the right and left side of the heart. So remember, the septum is a muscle wall that separates the right and left side of the heart. I'm now drawing a hole in the septum. This here is the hole that exists in the septum between the left and right side of the heart. So it's the hole in the septum. So when blood fills the left ventricle and the left ventricle contracts, this forces blood into the right side of the heart and into the aorta, and it should only be entering the aorta. So blood is not only pumped into the aorta, it is also pumped from the left ventricle into the right ventricle through the hole in the septum. So when the left ventricle contracts, the blood will be pumped into the right ventricle as well as the aorta. So not all the blood will go into the aorta. This means that it lowers the blood pressure of blood being pumped from the heart. So when the right ventricle contracts, this pumps blood which is deoxygenated into the pulmonary artery. This carries deoxygenated blood to the lungs. However, when the right ventricle contracts, it will also now pump blood through the hole in the septum into the left ventricle. So remember, the right ventricle will pump deoxygenated blood not only to the pulmonary artery, but to the left ventricle. This causes oxygenated blood in the left ventricle and deoxygenated blood in the right ventricle to mix. As you can see here, deoxygenated blood enters from the right ventricle into the left ventricle, and oxygenated blood enters the right ventricle. So this will then lower the oxygen concentration within the blood of the blood that is pumped from the left ventricle around the body. It's question time. Attempt these questions to check your understanding. Press pause to practice using those key words. The answers will follow. Press pause to go through your answers and make any corrections to your mistakes. Press pause to answer the questions. The answers will follow. And if you're stuck, just re-watch the video. Press pause to go through your answers and make any corrections to your mistakes. Visit KayScience.com for more free videos, worksheets and quizzes at KayScience.com. And don't forget to like and subscribe.